Okay, working on the subscriber KX250, and in this video we are going to do a complete engine teardown. Top end's coming off, we're pulling the motor, splitting the cases, just going to give this thing a full rebuild. Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to do a time lapse, speed up the video a little bit, play some music or whatever, because I already have a 6-hour long engine rebuild on a KX250. I'll leave a link in the upper right. Yes, it costs a few bucks, but it is 6 hours long and it goes through every step, very detailed, and teaching people like yourself on how to rebuild these kinds of engines. So as I disassemble this engine, I will pause the music and talk about what I find and whatnot and just go over some of the bad parts. Okay, so let's just jump right into the disassembly. Okay, I didn't take the head off, but all the base nuts are loose or off, so that way I should just be able to lift this whole assembly off. Will it clear the frame? Yes, it will. All right, so there's a good look at the damage right there. I mean, that's where your compression loss was right there. There are no rings right here. They're completely ground into there, so it's just pissing air right through there. The bottom end seems, I mean, there's side to side plate, obviously, right? But you want to pull straight up and down, and I can feel a little bit of movement up and down. So the bottom end is toast as well. Okay, top end's apart, motor's out. That's what's awesome about these two strokes. In literally an hour, you can get to this point. They're really easy to work on, right? So let's pop the head off. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Alright, so the head looks like it's in really good shape. No detonation damage or any metal bouncing around in there, so that's always a good thing. Okay, careful, there's 2 pins in here. You don't want to lose these. There's O-rings. Okay, as far as the cylinder is concerned, it looks like, you know, it's okay. I mean, there's no major damage, but it'd probably be a good idea to get it replated. The aluminum deposited onto the cylinder walls for sure. All right, so that's the cylinder. Let me see if I can get a good picture of that guy. Here's this guy, and here's just a better look at the piston. So here's where our compression loss was. Let me flip this thing over and we can get a look at the drain bolt. All right, so here's the drain bolt that came out of here. I mean, there are no threads in there, and what concerns me here is these chips. So, you know, it seals up against this flat surface, so this probably will need to be maybe welded or something up and then drilled and tapped. I don't really know. I gotta send some pictures, talk to some machine shops. Alright guys, here's everything. For the most part, everything's disassembled. There's really not too much that jumped out at me right away in terms of parts that are bad. Obviously, the piston is smoked, the cylinder wall, the aluminum deposited onto the cylinder wall. I'm not sure if the bore is in spec or the plating or whatnot. And I haven't taken apart the power valve system yet. So that's actually something I want to do and add to my KX250 rebuild video as like a supplement, because my 01 KX250 has a different power valve. So what I'll do is I'll definitely add a how-to video to add to the 6 hours of the KX250 rebuild video, okay? But in any case, I plan on getting it replated, okay? Just so it's fresh. Obviously a new piston to go along with that. The crank appears to be stock from as far as I can see. The rod is a little loose. It looks like the thrust is a little loose as well. So it makes no sense to put this crank back in as is. I will get it rebuilt, or I'll get a new crank or whatever. So that'll be fresh as well. The rest of the bottom end looks fine. And then now with this case fully disassembled, I will pull all the bearings and all that good stuff, and then this is the thing that needs to get repaired. So a machine shop can easily repair that, no problem. So I will look into getting that done as well. One thing I did notice is that the cylinder rests here, and there should be 2 dowel pins. I only found 1. So the cylinder ultimately was able to rotate a little bit. So down here, you can see there's only 1 dowel pin, and this one here, you know, it's totally missing. So not sure if that caused any issues because basically the cylinder can be cocked a little bit. I don't know if it put any side load on this. I don't know, but that's kind of questionable, right? If it was cocked and it was putting a side load on this and there wasn't enough slop in here, then is that what trashed the piston? I don't know. I have no idea because it's all right here. So anyway, that's just the only thing I found. So yeah, obviously I made a mess here. I'm going to do a little organizing. Sharpie and bags are your friend during this whole process. You can see I have some bolts in the covers here, but I will take them apart, bag them. But now, that's pretty much it for this video, guys.